Hello, my name is James Canter and I'm the Managing Director of Reaction Group. I'm here today in my home city of Edinburgh and I want to tell you about some new changes to PAT testing legislation that for a lot of people will mean that they no longer need to get portable appliance testing carried out every year. In short, there was a big review on health and safety in 2011 called the Lofsted Report, and in that report they found that there was massive overcompliance when it came to PAT testing. This has resulted in a new code of practice being published, and the crux of this is that if you're in office and you've been getting your PAT testing carried out maybe every year or even every 2 years, you can probably leave it for longer or possibly not even get it done at all. In this short video, I'm going to show you what steps you need to take to massively reduce the cost of your testing, possibly even to zero, and still make sure your company is compliant and legal. I'm here today in front of Edinburgh Castle, and just a short walk from here is one of our many UK offices. So let's go over there and get started. So here we are outside our Edinburgh office. We have about 10 staff in this office, all using kitchen appliances, computers and other IT equipment. As the Managing Director of Reaction Group, it's obviously very important to me that my staff are safe at work, but at the same time, I don't want to go spending money that I don't need to. So let's go inside and I'll show you some of the free techniques you can use to comply with these new government regulations. So inside our offices, much like yours, we have an array of IT equipment, including computers, printers, photocopiers and various other desktop items. Now in previous years, you may have been getting all these PAT tested every 12 months, but what the IT Code of Practice and HSE guidance now says is that we need to carry out a risk assessment and then make our decisions as to how often things need to be tested based upon the findings. It's up to you to assess the risk, but the guidance in the new Code of Practice says that Class 1 IT equipment should probably be PAT tested every 5 years and Class 2 probably doesn't need testing at all. In fact, your risk assessment may show that you can ensure safety and compliance simply by carrying out visual checks in-house. If it does, this is what you should be looking for. First of all, we need to check for any damage to the outside of the plug. Are the pins straight? Are there any signs of burning or overheating? Is the plug top secure? Is the fuse rated correctly and in good condition? If the plug is not moulded and sealed, we should remove the plug top and have a look inside. Is the plug wired correctly? And are the terminal screws tight? Is the outer insulation of the cable securely fastened by the grip? The next step is to look at the cable of the appliance. Is it free from damage? Then have a good look at the appliance body. Is the casing secure and is that free from damage? Finally, it's essential to carry out a functional check, which simply involves switching the appliance on to make sure it works correctly. As you can see, this type of visual check involves no specialist skills, but the staff member you get to do it does require some basic training and a good knowledge of what they're looking for. Now, one of the best ways you can ensure electrical safety is to get your staff to carry out user checks. And this simply involves the member of staff carrying out a quick check of the electrical item every time they use it, or even every week or month. There's no requirement to keep records, but doing so acts as a really useful tool on subsequent inspections. It's also useful to show anyone if they ask to see how you're complying. A simple list with the item description, serial number, location, and then tick boxes for this condition will usually suffice. There's also no requirement for appliances to be labelled, but you may find it helpful to easily see which items have been tested and which ones have not. So this is just one of the processes you can use to comply with the various health and safety legislation relating to electrical safety. Remember that you're the one who needs to carry out a risk assessment and come to your own conclusions about what's right for your workplace. For instance, the risks in a factory or workshop where you're using tools are going to be far higher than that in an office such as this one. We've got a range of other videos and sample forms and guides that you can use to help you comply with health and safety legislation without spending a fortune. We also have a free advice line which you can call if you need any further assistance. Thanks very much for watching.